was an extraordinary story that was unfolding for the whole world, and you witnessed it. And I saw it from the inside. For me, the saddest day of the whole thing, because I knew Pope Benedict very well, was the day that he left the Vatican, February the 28th. Some of you saw this, you're nodding your heads, when the helicopter took him from the Vatican Gardens, flew him over the city of Rome, over the Dome of St. Peter's, over the Roman Forum, over the Colosseum, and brought him to Castel Gandolfo. We had many people calling us, this is it, this is the end of the world, this is a terrible thing that will happen. Nobody knows, the cardinals are coming to Rome. They're all, doing all these machinations and politics. There was nothing of that sort. In fact, if we are rejoicing today in the presence of Pope Francis, it is because of Pope Benedict's courageous decision. We would never, I don't believe this would have happened, because had the Pope died, there would have been a spirit of a funeral hovering over Rome, much like we had in 2005, those very sad days after the world bid farewell to Pope John Paul II. But this time, there was no dead Pope, which meant that the cardinals could come together and analyze very seriously and speak openly what are the needs of the Church and who do we need to fulfill this bill. And I am so happy that most people got it all wrong. Working in Rome was sort of like being at the horse races. So-and-so's in first place. This one's in second place. This one's going to get the Italians, a lot of Italians are going to say, we made a mess of it. But on that night, March the 13th, it was cold, it was rainy, and there was smoke, white smoke. And I shall never, ever forget that night as long as I live, because nobody knew who it was going to be, except the guys inside. But when he appeared on the balcony, there was a sense that the poor man looked stunned when he first came out, and I would too, if that was, because I know this is it. When that man went to the Sistine Chapel on Tuesday afternoon, I don't think he ever expected for a million years, at 76 years old, you're going to come out wearing white clothes. He's a very simple man. In fact, on the Sunday night before the conclave, my assistant and I had gone out for pizza about 9 o'clock at night. We worked all day. We're coming by Piazza Navona. Who do we bump into with Cardinal Bergoglio? And we have this wonderful conversation. Your Eminence, how you doing? And everything else. And I teased him, and he teased me, and I said, now look, would you pray with us? So he blessed me, he blessed Sebastian, my assistant, the young producer, held our hands, and would not go over our hands. And I said, are you okay? He said, yes. I said, this is a big week for you tomorrow. You're going to the Sistine Chapel. Yes. I said, are you nervous? He said, a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, we now know what happened. But those who thought that the church was going down the tubes and this was going to shake everything, has it shaken everything? No. What's happened in the past 8 months is something that most of us have never imagined or dreamed of. We couldn't have concocted this, even if we hired the best ad companies and everything else. The world is paying attention to the church right now. And I work with the secular media, and not a day goes by when they call and say, did you see what the Pope did, what the Pope said? And what's so extraordinary about Pope Francis is everything that is ordinary. It's so beautiful and so ordinary, and he's speaking to people, and he's calling people on the phone, and he's visiting people. The people flocked to Rome to see John Paul II in all of his vigor. They flocked to Rome to listen to the wonderful teaching of Pope Benedict. But they're streaming to Rome in huge numbers to be touched by Pope Francis. We are indeed blessed, and it's a perfect example how the Lord does not abandon the church, but the Lord sends us shepherds after our hearts who are going to lead us to Jesus Christ. It's a perfect example and a proof to all of those who say that the end is near. I want to say to them, unpack your suitcase, settle down, and start making a difference where you are in an ordinary way.